Yo, fellas. Hey, what's good, everybody? What's good? What's good? What's good? Network is okay. Again, I am trying as much as possible not to care about network a bit and just do whatever. Like it's almost like okay, anywhere it stops. So yeah, right now, I think what I'm going to do is hmm. I'm just going to go on with the stream and still kind of go with the same energy because I really can't do anything about the network. All I can do is just all I can do is just go on what I'm doing and whatever the network wants to do, it does. So yeah, last time we stopped around this area, so I'm going to just try to push it as far as I can and just see how it goes. So right now, I think I want to take a look at the back of this. Yeah, take a look at the back, kind of see what's going on and what I can do to. Okay, I think this is chamfer here actually. So you see this entire back part right here. There's actually a huge chamfer to it. Yeah, so I think how I'm going to achieve that chamfer is to scale down this entire back. Sorry, I didn't exchange any form of pleasantries. That's because I just want to get through to. I don't want to just do as much as I can today. I don't want to talk too much. But yeah, how you guys doing? What's going on with you guys? Hope you guys are keeping well and being strong and healthy. Yeah. So we're looking at something like this. Yeah. Um can I SZ0 make all of that just flush with each other like so? Then this entire loop. What's this? There's a lot of okay. Okay, that's fine. This entire loop has to be beveled and like extruded inward like so, right? But like in here, there's also, you know what? I'm going to undo that. And I'm going to bring in a boolean actually. Scale this down and GY on that outward, right? So we have this. I'm going to use this as a boolean for this. And I want to make sure that we have this in the right position. So I'm going to X, scale this, bring this up like so, and then I can GY into space. So that's cool. I'm going to apply that particular boolean because I feel like I want to clean up this mesh, this area of this mesh actually. So I'm going to join, make sure we have chords going on. J and J. And then right here, I also want to J and then J this. So this is cool. Right here, I want to connect this to this, just like so. And then connect this all the way like so. So some of these things are probably going to, as a matter of fact, this one I'm going to undo. and this one, I'm just going to connect like so. J and then J, and then this one, I'm going to place it like so, and then connect this J, J. Yep, that's nice. In here, I want to bring in those 3 panels. So I think this is where this charge is actually. So these 3 panels are going to be right here. Dog, like to me, what are you talking about, man? Like I don't get what you mean. To be honest, I don't get what you mean. Honestly, because like creating the walkie-talkie is creating the walkie-talkie. It does, so long as you get to the results, it doesn't matter how the process is. This is not like a life or death situation where you have to go through a legal way. So long as you have a working model, you can add it to a scene and it looks realistic. I mean, I saw the texturing yesterday. Texturing was great. Like seeing all of that. That's a good model. Like you literally can put it on your CGTrader and promote it and expect some result from that. So yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, man. I seriously do not know. But in all honesty, like I mean, whatever process you used, all I'm still saying is like you got to the results, and that's all that matters. So I'm going to. So I've created this. I don't know if this should go all the way here though. Right? I don't know if this should be around here. Like all of this should be out. Right here, out. Right here, out. So let me see. Then where am I? I don't think this line appears here. Oh. Where am I seeing this line? Oh my goodness. Like this line I'm adding to the back right here. It's not in the main model. So I'm not going to add it anymore. I'm just going to leave it like so. And then I don't know if I have bevel going on this main body. Let me see. I do, but it's breaking the model. For example, right here. It's really breaking the model. So maybe somewhere around here we want to I think okay. Here needs a joining. Here also needs a joining. So all of this I'll just mirror. That's cool. I can fetch 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. And what if I can use make machine to offset parts, right? Do it both ways. Then let's do it again. Yep, I think we have something better on this side. So I'm going to go all the way to the top, and then this part right here, I'm going to duplicate, and that's what I'll use to create the back. Easy. Yeah. I get that your technique actually, like doing the back that way. But I think why I want to use a boolean, I think in learning how to clean up booleans and making them all quads and stuff like that, part of it is trying to just get into as many messy topology as you can, so that you can learn how to fix meshes, because that's what gives you the mileage needed to learn how to fix meshes. Basically, like if you say, oh, you want to be extruding all the time and trying to do it that way is fine. And I mean, like I said, guess it's how you live it. But I feel like with putting myself in more messy topology situations, I might, be better at topology, basically. So I'm going to take out this edges, and then what am I looking at here? I think this too should go. Dissolve edges. This is going to go. And I need to see what the top looks like this casing up top. Let me see. Hmm. What about on the side? I'm looking at this right now and I feel like, see this entire part right here? Select more. Needs to be gone. Right? As a matter of fact, I'm going to take out all these top parts. And I'm going to do it again. Right? Um right here. I think I want to add in. I'm beginning to get a little bit confused with this. Down to GZ and get the shape. Or oh, all the elders bow. The gods share the night. Da, da. You're worthy of it all. You're far from you. 1 second, guys. I need to figure out something here. Hmm. Okay. Like so. Dissolve edge. I think this part too. This edge should be dissolved. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm, this should be out a little more. Mm-hmm. 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 Yo, to me, I see you're trying to engage me. So that's cute. That is cute. Um, anyways, I needed that block of time to just lock in because I wasn't getting the result I wanted. But yeah, I think the question you asked was if I worked in 3D normally. Simple. Oh my god. Simply the answer is that I don't. I do not work in 3D. I do traditional graphics, normal graphic design work, and that's what I do for my day job. So most of the times, the only time I get to do 3D is when I'm back home, stuff like that. But yeah, and on the grand scope of things, this is like a really good breakaway from my regular kind of work. You know, I'm at work trying to craft visual campaigns, visual identities. But when I'm here, I'm just free and I can almost do whatever, you know? So it's cool. like right here. Can I bridge? All the elders have. Da, 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 da. Repeats. I think on this part right here, trying to start adding up the detail that makes up this front part here. So then I want to apply the bevel, or let me see. I'm going to apply the bevel and then take out this edge and just add more loops. Oh, so for each of this, can I add a loop for each of them, or I don't want to do this? Let's see. Nope. I'm going to use Boolean. Oh, yeah. That's kind. Shift DX. Repeat, 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 repeat. Shift D and on the Z. Repeat all of that. And then Shift DX. Can repeat that like so. So I can SY on that and GY all the way to the front like so. So I can do a difference boolean on this first, and I think this one right here is going to be boolean too, but I have to take a little more care with this one because this is like an important detail. So I'm going to select all of this, bevel, select all and scale down. SY. I'm going to copy all of that and use this as difference. So on the front, paste that in place and scale down. Then I'm going to apply bevel. After that, I'm going to paste another one, and this time around, I just need this edge. So every other thing can, So maybe I'll just separate that edge, copy that, delete all of this, and then I can paste that. So with this, I can ES. Let me see what the pivot point is. The pivot point is this. So let me just ES still. And then, no, ES along the surface. And with that, I can select all and just extrude slightly right click, shade smooth, and I think all of this needs to be round. We're having some broken mesh right here, and I think part of what could be causing this is the normals. So I'm just going to select all and recalculate normals, and it works. So I think I need to apply scale also. I think I can Ooh, okay. This is a little more complicated than I thought. You know what? Maybe this entire loop, I can duplicate that. And then I can Alt S, scale that out, and extrude along the mouse like so. So right here, I'm going to apply scale and just bevel. So we're going to have this. I can bring back that my copy, which I would make sure it starts from this second part, which I need to lift up from the ground a little bit. So this I'm going to GZ. Right, and right from the side, I think what this side should look like is something like this. Insert, GY, right? So with that, I'm just going to bridge those, and then I think I want to add some bevels on this. Oh, bruh. Tomato, you already know how to use 3D now. I don't understand the question you're asking. I do not understand the question you're asking. Like, you already work in 3D. So what's the point of the question? What are you trying to say? Because I don't think I'm following. Right around here also should this mesh is messed up. Frame selected. Let's see. How can we clean this up? Wow. Doesn't even have to redo this mesh. Okay. I'm not mad at this. Oh, let's cast. Da-da-da-da-da. Oh, okay. Okay. I see y'all. Dissolve edge. Right here. I'm just gonna scale. Let's see. I have to rebuild this mesh. That's what I'm basically doing. So you see this entire face. I'm going to invert that and just delete all those other faces. So I can reselect this and extrude all the way in. Right. So we have successfully rebuilt the mesh. So now I can just add, oh no. I can, I really think I want to, you see, as part of that rebuilding the mesh, I also want to dissolve this edge too and redo that bevel because I feel like probably too small. So this entire edge is SX0 and this can be mirrored to the other side. Nope, not in that way. Okay, that's cool. So I think mesh is completely rebuilt and we're good. So right now I'm going to select all of this and we're going to bevel really well and then give a lot of space in between. So this face, I'm going to now bevel that separately. So I think this is a better mesh than what we had initially. So I'm going to go on with imputing some of these details. Right here, I'm going to bring in a cube, scale down, GX, I'll scale NSX, right? That's cool. Right here, I'll select this, and then I'll apply scale and bevel that. So this is going to be used as a difference boolean. And before I do that, I'm going to make sure I copy this. I'm going to use this as a difference and I'll GY this, move it above surface a little bit. and we can I can no longer paste that mesh. So what I'm going to do is duplicate this. I'm going to Q and shade that solid and make sure that I move that to main collection. So now this is no longer in the cutter collection. I can SY, right click, shade smooth, and then just add a bevel to this. Nope, not that. Okay, that's cute. I'm going to turn that off, and looks like we're getting somewhere. I think next up I'm going to work on is the top right here. So we've already filled out all the spaces. I think what I should start thinking about is how I'm going to bevel this part, right? So this part right here should be beveled. So if I add a bevel like so, messes up the entire mesh. So I'm going to start thinking about um prior measuring by distance, prior recalculating the normals and seeing if it's going to work a second time. Okay. So it's working a second time, but there are still some meshes that are obstructing it. For example, this right here is obstructing, this right here is obstructing. Let me see if stream is still on. If stream is still on, it's cool. But right now I feel like I want to take off my shirt. So no man, like what do you mean switch? Don't switch to anything, bro. Like don't switch to anything. You can be a 3D designer and be a musician, be a 3D designer and be whatever you want to be. Like you don't need to drop anything. So I want to turn off my video so I can take off my shirt because the heat is already burning. Tomido, I don't know if you don't mind because I need to know who I'm talking to. How old are you? I need to know your age, bro. Because I can say don't drop 3D or like care. Like if you are say 35 and you don't have so much time again to work on 3D, that would be bad advice. You know. Okay. Cool. I think one important spot that I really really like is back here, right? The way this bevels and the way it just catches the lights is amazing. So I want to make sure I capture that in my own structure. You know what? I'm going to undo that and I'll treat this edge first. Okay, cool. This, I'm going to bevel. Um, so right now, just 1 second, guys. Okay. I don't know. For some reason, I actually feel like you're young. For some reason, I actually think you're young. So I'm going to say, I'm going to say like 26 ish, maybe Maybe 25. Let's keep it at 25. Yeah, somewhere around that. That's what I'm going to guess. Shit. You're 16 years old. That's crazy. And it's actually a good thing I asked because I think my advice still stands. My advice still stands in terms of like just keeping the skill. Don't throw it away. Like keep being a 3D artist. Because one of the things I did when I was really young, right now I'm like twice your age. I turned 28 recently. No, no, no. I turned 32 recently, rather. So, when I was around your age, something I would usually do was like produce music. I used a lot of FL Studio, a lot of like music stuff. So I used to enjoy making music, but for some reasons, not for some reasons, I stopped because of money. I wanted to make more money, so I went into graphic design. But yeah, like looking back right now, I feel like I probably should have continued that together with design instead of just dropping one. That would have been like an added skill. Yeah, so that's why I say like, yo, don't even try it. You're not allowed to, man. You are not allowed to. But I mean, if you get to a stage where you're beginning to have a lot more clarity in the skill that you've picked and all of that, like if you feel like okay, yeah, it's time to drop the dead weights and it's time to focus on what it is you really want to do, yeah, please go ahead. But right now, I would advise any 16-year-old to just keep exploring, like do any like hmm like try your hand on carpentering. What does architecture look like to me? Is that interesting? You know? Yeah. Don't drop anything, just explore. And that way you find what you really want to do for the rest of your life. Because at the end of the day, what really matters is that you are enjoying what you do, So yeah. So I'll just keep exploring, man. Don't drop anything. Again, I'm really, really hammering on that. Let me see your reply. Yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Just keep exploring. I wonder what other interests you have. What other interests do you have aside 3D work? What other interests do you have? Do you do a little bit of music? Do you do you act? You know, you need to do all of that. I'm really sweating bad right now, and I feel like I'm gonna leave the stream real soon. So if I leave the stream, this is going to be completely out stream. I'm going to go to something entirely different tomorrow. Like because I need to this stream this my dailies has to be done. I'm tired. I am tired, bro. Like if I tell you I'm tired, I'm really really tired. Right. Let's see. Okay. Let me see. Let me see. For real, I'm so good at football. Ooh, okay, okay, okay. That's an interesting one. I don't know if I've mentioned on stream, but I really, really enjoy football. Like, I probably have said it one of those times. One of those times, I think I've mentioned that whenever I'm on the football pitch, nothing else matters, bro. Like, I can be there for a small. Even now that I stay on my own, I no longer stay with my parents. I just be out there and just take as much time as I want on that pitch. And yeah, I think one of the reasons I also go to the gym is like I really want to be able to. I really want to be able to like play for longer times. I gas out a bit early, on the pitch, and that's not what I want. I don't like that image for myself. So these days I go to the gym. I do a lot of like cardio work, something that will help your lungs like just hold up for a longer amount of times. Yeah. And I'm doing all that all because of football, man. Not like I'm trying to drop massive weights like that. No, I really just want to like play better football. So yeah, I I love football too, man. Um, I don't think I love it to the extent of like doing it on a professional level. I don't. I don't. And yeah, another thing is that my environment doesn't lend well to doing stuff like that as a career. Like you're going to be there. There's something to say my side. You go sleep for there, like in Nigeria. What that means is like you're going to take so long there that you're just going to be dissatisfied with your position and just abandon it and probably even hate football because you never really achieve what you wanted to achieve. And it's really discouraging for really, really great talent. You have a lot of talents in Nigeria, and just because of the system that has been built around sports and how mismanaged facilities are, and how mismanaged the careers of young Nigerians are, it just it just falls flat to a lot of persons. I mean, there's still a few that make it out. We have Osimen, we have the likes of Kilichi and Acho that made it out of here. But that's just few and far in between. You know, it's it's tough. It's tough, really. So I used to know an agent, and I know how much work he does to try to get his players signed in Europe. It's like a lot of work. It's a lot of vetting on the other side also. Why? Just because you're Nigerian. But at the end of the day, like people still make it out, and it still works for some people. You know. So it's cool. Like if you want to be a footballer, that's cool too. Like explore that sport also. Table tennis. What's your volleyball game like? Can you shoot? Do you have a good form in basketball? Stuff like that. That would be really nice. Um, what position do you play in football? So right now, where a bit on the witty side, I no longer play my favorite position. So my favorite position is like um right wing. Yeah, right wing. That's the position I'd rather play. And when I was much younger, I think I was usually play that position. But right now I cannot because you're going to outrun me. So I think these days I'm more of like a right back, and that's a more relaxing position where I don't need to do a lot of running. I just need to stay back and defend my position. So yeah, and I think that's the position I'm going to be playing for a long time, bro. Because these young guys out there on the field are just they're really pacey, and I can't deal. I cannot deal. So yeah, I think if I can get my weight a bit down and maybe endurance a bit up, most definitely, I would like to go up the pitch a bit more. Because like at the end of the day, whenever I play five aside, something I've noticed is that I would usually go up the pitch and just leave my position in defense. And sometimes it produces good results, while some other times it just leaves my position exposed at the back, you know. So I think there's something in me that still likes to go to the front, but like right now, what my body can endure is the back. Okay, so you said, but me, like I was going to go in a small club in America and make it a bit of money and help my family, but there's a lot of people that have money that can steal your position. Oh yeah. That happens too. Like there's just a lot of like nepotism and people that have influence and money that would rather their children go than the real talented ones. That happens too. Absolutely, that happens, man. But yeah, if it's a dream of yours and if it's something that you really want to pursue. I mean, when you said your age, I was really really surprised. So every dream of yours right now is very very valid, bro. You have all the time in the world. And the truth about this current day and age is that like the world is true. They would say it before. I didn't really believe it like that, but now the world is truly your oyster because you can really achieve whatever it is you set your mind to. Right now, I told you my age. I told you. Let me see. Hope I'm not showing on camera because they restored the lights. So right now, I told you my age, right? But something I also didn't mention is that I'm learning how to draw, like actual sketching and drawing. I'm actively learning how to draw. And something that some people will tell you that, no, like if you didn't pick that when you were little or young, you probably won't be good enough. Like things like I heard a lot of that, like when I was preparing to pick this up. And with the whole AI thing going on right now, it's just like really bad timing. But honestly, that didn't even deter me. And for some reason, it was also even a motivating factor somehow. Like I felt okay, yeah, I'm going to go for it, even with the whole AI thing going on. And bruh, I've been learning this for like 9 months now, and man, I've gotten so good. I don't even believe that it's me that is doing all of these sketches again. It's amazing how much things you can achieve if you just put your mind to it. Really, really amazing. I wish I could show you my sketchbook right now, but maybe we'll do that some other time. I have like a bunch of them. I have like looking at the right side of my table, I'm seeing up to like 6 or 7 sketchbooks. So it's really a blessing that we get to learn, we get to do what we love and draw and create. Because I mean that's really the essence of um ourselves as human. I think God really placed us in this earth to create. Like even in the creation story, something that God did was give humans responsibility and said, you name this, you name that. And you'll be surprised that like even till date, Those are the names that, these animals are being called. Something that was created like eons ago, years ago, you know. And yeah, and God in creating, He just simply spoke and things were made. Let there be light, let there be this, let there be that, and things were just manifesting because He spoke. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Are you a Christian? Because I'm already talking about the gospel and all of that. So you don't be, so I don't be too intrusive and stuff. But yeah, it'd be nice to know if you're a Christian, man. Yeah, yeah, I appreciate that really. And in all honesty, I just I just do it because I really love to. I really love to do it. You know, like I said, it's a privilege that we wake up and to create. We are able to create. We have the desire. So there are people that don't have any desire to create. They just want to just lounge and not do shit. But the fact that we do have the desire to create is, would I say, it's a miracle? Yeah, it is. It's really lovely to see. You know, I wonder how life would be without our ability to make stuffs. To be so bland, first of all, to be so boring, it to be there'll be nothing like interesting about it. Just imagine a world without innovation and ingenuity. It's just insane. Recently, a whole thousands and thousands, tens of thousands of pounds of metal structure landed on the moon. No, it didn't land on the moon. It hovered around the moon, and that's the result of human ingenuity and human creation. And that's really all good, you know. You mentioned that your brother draws, and it's really good. Honestly, I don't know if it's a younger or an elder brother, but all of these things, if you really start young, it's going to be a layup for you when you're older. Like learning how to draw right now is just insane. Because I remember when I was a kid and I saw this guy drawing, and I'm like, "Yo, how are you able to create depth? How are you able to create this shape? How are you able to see? How are you able to like do all of these things?" And it's just crazy how one person is able to do so much sketches. He was a close friend of mine in school, and he got married recently. But I think when we were even discussing at his wedding, he started mentioning how he is now a data analyst, and I'm like, yo, what of like your sketching and all those things? He was like, man, he doesn't do that anymore. And I was also sad because I really wanted to be him in terms of that, and you just let all of that juice just slide because again, I don't think it's something that is learning on the background or actively practicing. It just comes naturally to him. And I think that desire to learn how to draw has always been there. I just needed to explore it, you know. And yeah, I'm finally getting around to exploring it, and bro, it's really exciting, man. It's exciting. Um, I'll feel that. What's the time? It's like 12. Hmm. I don't know how long I'm going to still be up, but I think for the major part, I might actually be done. But you being 16 and being able to model like that is amazing. But yeah, I think I've seen someone like you, 16 years old, and it was just doing a lot of magic. I don't know if you're familiar with this guy. Let me look for him for you. I used to watch his streams a lot. I used to watch this guy's streams a lot, man. Um, Lord Ram. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly, but I'm not going to add a blender to the back of it. And this guy right here, amazing, amazing 3D artist. He had like this 6 hours long live streams. See them, 5 hours, 6 hours, and at the time he was like 16 years old. Right now I think he's 18 years old, and he was just doing amazing, amazing things on YouTube. I don't know what he's up to right now. He's probably not doing so much of this because of work. No, not because of work, because of school rather. But I used to follow him a lot, and it was amazing at 16. So yeah, probably want to check him out, see what he does, and also I think his live stream would be helpful to you. I see that you do a lot of live streams, so you can soak in some of his stuff. He's awesome. Check him out. Check him out for sure. So I'm going to let's do some check out the select and extrude along normals. All right. I'm going to bring in another one. That's this. GZ scale down. Scale this GZ. I'll bring this here, scale up, and then I'll bevel this just like so. So those cuts, can I do this? And then Alt S or GY like so. Hmm. Okay. I don't think that's how I'm going to go about this. I think I want to bring in the shape itself. Oh, let's do cylinder, scale down, and a Z like so. S shift Z. Scaling. Mm-mm. Let's see. If I apply that boolean, what? Oh my god, this is too dense. You know what? Let me see. I think I need to contain this in a particular quadrant. Whoa. I should see. GY. Okay. Apply scale. Hmm. How does one begin to clean up a mesh like this? Up to this point, down to this point, and then right here. Like so. So we're going to join. We're going to join. I think this, these are too close to each other, so we're going to just merge at last. Same thing with this. These two merge at last. I think this also merge at last. Okay. That's cool, but I don't know if I want this edge here. I'm going to dissolve that edge and maybe this edge too. I'm going to join. And join. So this part, I think there needs to be some merge at last happening here, first of all. Yes, I work in graphic design. And not like graphic design, but like I would call it brand design. I would say brand design. I work in brand design actually. That is my day job. Brand design. Can I redirect this flow down to this part? Let's see. Okay, I think that's better. But there's this edge that's hanging here that I don't particularly like. So maybe I'll split this down this way. Dissolve edge. That's cute. And what I'm doing is just freeing up the edges so that they can accept bevels. So let me try. I think I need to recalculate. But if I even recalculate normal, I think there's some things here that's naturally not going to work. And one of them are just this part right here. So how do I do this? How do I do this? First of all, I'm going to take all these double vertices and just merge at last. You know what I would have done? You see this? I would have inserted. Nope. I would have inserted this like so. But maybe I can do this like so. Like do something like this. And then we can ES on that one. ES again. You know what? I think this might work. So I'm going to just take out these faces. Wait, let me just try this bevel because this is on a flat face and I think the bevel might work. Oh, it's not working. Working to some extent, but I think this right here, not bad. Not bad at all. So I'm going to work with this. Select the center edge. I'm going to select the center part and then select the center part too. Nope. Yep. What if I select more on this? Let me see. That means I can select this entire quadrant like so. I'm going to turn off that bevel first of all. And I can invert this and delete all of that face. As a matter of fact, maybe this face too can be gone. Let me leave this. Oh, I think I should take out that face actually. Then I'm going to array this on a circle. I think it's about 6 counts. All right. But oh my god. See what I'm going to do now. I'm going to undo all of that. Because I feel like I need let's try this again. Array in a circle in 6 places. I think I need to select 4 of this actually. Let me try. So I think I need up to here or maybe up to here in order to have a complete loop. I'm not sure of the maths yet, but I'm just going to try stuff and see what works. Delete face, delete that face too. Let's bring in the array and see how it's working. Circle 6 doesn't connect flush. Someone is going to connect flush now. No, not 7. You know what? I'm going to remove this entire one. And then I don't have to make this 6. I can literally just do 8 and it connects flush. So we have a flush connection. I'm going to apply that array. Make sure there's no double vertices by measuring by distance. And then I think the face in here, I can just fill. Yeah, that's fine, man. Like, you should go to bed, bro. And now that I know your age, I think now is a little too late for you to be up. You should go to bed immediately. Good night, man. And take care. I think I'm also going to go to bed like ASAP. So I think what's remaining on this are like the side buttons, and then I'm seeing something here. I need to figure out what this is. But what I'm seeing is something like this actually. So bringing a cylinder, a Z, a shift Z. Um, I'll take out this face, select this edge, GZ. I can ES, extrude on the Z, and then fill out that face, and then ES a little bit, and then ES again. So right now we have this part right here that we could select, yeah, and we could extrude like so. So right here we can G to this part, rotate, and then extrude, rotate, and then extrude. That's cool. I can mirror this to the other side, and then we have this. I think I'm just going to take some artistic liberty here and make things a lot more smoother by scaling. Then I'll deselect this and this and SY. Shade smooth. Right here and right here I can bevel. That's cute. Shift N on that. Yeah, I think we got this. But I want to make it look like it has a real attachment to the surface, so I'm going to extrude along like so. Next up, I'm going to do the side buttons, but that will be something I'm going to do tomorrow. So right now I need to leave. What's the time? I think we did 20 minutes, and that's good enough for me to go to bed. So yeah, that is about it, guys. So long, and until I see you guys in the next one.